Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for waiting for us. Welcome to the press conference after the 7th EU-Ukraine Association Council. You will be briefed about the discussions by High Representative Josep Borrell, Ukrainian Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal, and Commissioner for Neighbourhood and Enlargement Oliver Varhelyi. Mr. High Representative, you have the floor.
Take the mask out?
Yes, please.
Good evening. I am happy to welcome Prime Minister Shmyhal to Brussels. Everybody knows that the partnership with Ukraine is one of the most strategically important that we have around the world. The most strategically important. And is very significant for us. It reflects the wide range of areas of our cooperation, as well as the frequency of our exchanges. Is the more wide-reaching than any other agreement the European Union with any of all other partners. And it has delivered much for Ukrainian citizens and also for us. Today, we have reaffirmed our mutual commitment to strengthening the political association and the economic integration. In our exchanges, I underlined the European Union's solidarity with the Ukrainian people in face of the coronavirus pandemic. And also noticed that the European Union has already provided significant overall financial assistance to Ukraine. We are talking about 16 billion euros since 2014. And we are already helping Ukraine to gain access to vaccines through COVAX and are exploring ways to further support Ukraine through a vaccine sharing mechanism at the European Union level. I reassure the Prime Minister of the European Union's unwavering support and commitment to Ukraine's independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity within its international recognized border. This is a message that I also passed in my meeting last week to Foreign Minister Lavrov, including the need to fulfill and implement the Minsk Agreement. You know very well that the European Union does not recognize Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea and Sevastopol. And we will continue to fully support the diplomatic efforts aimed at restoring Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. We will continue to support the efforts in the Normandy format, the Trilateral Contact Group, and in the OSCE format. The duration of our economic sanctions against Russia remains linked to the complete implementation of the Minsk Agreement. We talk a lot about the reforms efforts made by Ukraine. Much has been done, but we expect reforms to continue, to advance despite the pandemic, particularly to strengthen the rule of law and the fight against corruption. There is a need to restore broad public trust in Ukraine's judicial system and to develop and implement an anti-corruption agenda to ensure the independence of anti-corruption institutions. We also continue to insist on a full investigation into the private bank fraud that took place 6 years ago. We also discuss our extensive cooperation and Ukraine's economic integration and regulatory approximation with the European Union, which is very much beneficial for our trade with Ukraine and the economy. Climate action, environment, a priority for both of us. European Green Deal, a way of approximating our policies and legislation. And finally, we agreed to launch a comprehensive review of what both Ukraine and the European Union has achieved with this agreement so far. I think it's been a long and profitable meeting. All these issues have been put onto the table. We have had a frank and intensive discussion, And I think that today is a good day for Ukraine and for the European Union, because everything has been put on our communication, having reached agreements on all sometimes difficult issues. Prime Minister, thank you for your presence in Brussels today. Thank you, Commissioner, for your strong commitment to provide spirit to the agreement that we have with the Ukraine in the framework of our Eastern Partnership. I am very happy to see you here and happy to see our cooperation and partnership to go from strength to strength the way forward. And I'm going to give the floor to the Prime Minister, and after, sure, Commissioner Oliver would like to add some more specific points.